At the dawn of existence, survival began its test as 4 prehistoric apes stepped onto the prehistoric savanna stretched beyond sight, dry winds rolling through golden grasslands under a vast, ancient sky. Bound by instinct, 4 prehistoric apes moved together across the open savanna, scanning the horizon for danger. Life thundered across the land as massive prehistoric herbivores ran through the savanna, dust clouds rising behind them. Every sound warned of death, and prehistoric apes examined deep predator footprints pressed into the dry savanna soil. Hidden among the grass, a saber-toothed predator ruled the savanna, its eyes locked on distant movement. The prehistoric apes froze in silence, bodies tense as the wind carried the scent of danger. On the open savanna, a group of zebras and a powerful lion shared the same fragile balance of life. Trusting instinct, prehistoric apes crouched low and moved carefully against the wind. The merciless sun burned above the prehistoric savanna, draining strength from all living creatures. Hunger drove the herds, and prehistoric antelope-like beasts stampeded across the grasslands. Following the herds, prehistoric apes tracked movement from a safe distance across the savanna. Towering mammoths crossed the prehistoric savanna, their massive forms shaking the earth. The prehistoric apes watched in awe, standing still as mammoths passed nearby. Power did not always mean aggression, as mammoths moved peacefully through the ancient grasslands. Night fell quickly over the prehistoric savanna, stars igniting the dark sky. Fire changed survival forever when prehistoric apes ignited their last flames on the open savanna. Gathered around fire, prehistoric apes found warmth and courage beneath the cold night wind. Drawn by light, prehistoric hyenas emerged from the darkness beyond the fire's edge.
Defending their ground, prehistoric apes wielded burning branches against approaching predators.
Fear shifted as predators retreated into the tall grass of the prehistoric savanna. Dawn returned with hope, mist lifting slowly over the endless grasslands. The prehistoric apes resumed their journey, footprints forming a fragile path behind them.
Method. Water defines survival, as various savanna animals, including a herd of African elephants and a pride of lions.
A massive prehistoric rhinoceros guarded the water, its presence commanding respect. Waiting patiently, prehistoric apes hid behind low savanna mounds, observing the giant from afar. Wisdom guided survival as prehistoric apes withdrew quietly without conflict. Predators never slept, and prehistoric lions stalked silently through the tall grass. Sensing pursuit, prehistoric apes turned back, eyes wide with alert awareness. The chase erupted as prehistoric apes sprinted across the open savanna under brutal sunlight. The land itself became protection when rocky savanna crevices offered escape. Trapped outside, the predator roared while prehistoric apes vanished into stone shelter. Silence returned, broken only by wind sweeping across the empty savanna. Resting together, prehistoric apes strengthened bonds formed through survival. Each day taught new lessons as prehistoric apes studied the changing savanna skies. Storms reshaped the world as lightning and rain battered the prehistoric savanna. Enduring the storm, prehistoric apes pressed low against the ground, refusing to break. After chaos, renewal followed, as fresh green grass spread across the savanna.
New life attracted hunters, with predators like a golden eagle circling vulnerable herds of bighorn sheep.
Choosing survival, prehistoric apes remained hidden among tall grass, avoiding conflict.
Time hardened the prehistoric apes, their movements now confident and deliberate. Communication evolved as prehistoric apes used gestures to warn of danger. The savanna felt familiar, with prehistoric apes and animals sharing open space.
Even predators hesitated, respecting the unity of prehistoric apes.
Fire remained their greatest weapon, as prehistoric apes carried burning torches.
Night no longer ruled a group of Middle Eastern nomads, with fire camps glowing across the dark savanna. Above them, ancient stars watched silently over prehistoric apes.
Life moved in cycles as massive herds of elephants migrated across the savanna.
Following the rhythm, prehistoric apes moved with the seasons. Knowledge replaced fear, reflected in the steady eyes of prehistoric apes.
Vast lands awaited as the prehistoric savanna stretched endlessly ahead. Walking as one, 4 prehistoric apes cast long shadows across the grass.
From distant hills, a family of mountain lions observed but did not attack.
Balance had shifted within the prehistoric ecosystem.
Survival became mastery as prehistoric apes moved with calm assurance.
Footprints marked their journey, pressed deep into soft savanna soil.
The wind erased their tracks, but not their presence. Fire still burned brightly in the hands of prehistoric apes. Future called as prehistoric apes walked toward the horizon.
The ancient savanna adapted to their existence. Strength became unity as prehistoric apes stood together against the open land.
Hunger no longer controlled them after hard-earned experience.
The savanna tested all creatures, from mighty African lions to swift Thompson's gazelles, equally under the burning sun.
Experience became instinct within prehistoric apes.
The land was no longer unknown to them. Sunset painted the prehistoric savanna in red and gold.
Remaining alert, prehistoric apes guarded their fire camp.
Wolves lingered beyond the light, cautious and patient.
Balance defined survival in the ancient world. A primitive community had formed among prehistoric apes.
Dawn returned again, signaling another journey.
Without hesitation, prehistoric apes continued forward.
The savanna opened endlessly before them. Predators no longer ruled alone over the land.
Survival had evolved into purpose.
Every step reshaped destiny across the savannah. Fire carried knowledge into the future.
The ancient world witnessed quiet transformation.
From prehistoric apes, something greater was forming. History began without words on the open savannah. The savannah remained wild and unforgiving.
Yet prehistoric apes endured and adapted.
Unity ensured survival above all else.
Nature acknowledged the balance they created.
Fear faded into memory.
Night fell gently over the fire-lit savannah. Stars guided prehistoric apes onward.
African elephants still roamed the grasslands freely.
Balance defined the ancient world.
Survival had taken shape.
A new dawn rose across the savannah. A clear path stretched ahead. Footprints slowly disappeared in the wind. The land remembered their passage. From 4 prehistoric apes, the future began. Fire continued to burn against the wind. Knowledge endured within prehistoric apes.
One chapter quietly closed.
A greater story had begun. And the prehistoric savannah would never be the same.